And I promise you guys, Griever is a good player. He's a Gold League player, so we should have a good matchup here. Alrighty. Loaded into King Sejong Station for the first game of our best of 3 between these two players here. And let's introduce them here at the moment. Starting in the bottom right-hand corner of King Sejong Station, our fearless leader, clan captain, and overall general bully, the purple Zerg player, Iceplay. And spawning in the upper left-hand portion of King Sejong Station is the opposite of all those things I just said, terrible things I just said about Iceplay. This is our blue Protoss player, Griever. So thank you to those of you who stuck around through the break. I know it was a little longer than we had hoped, but we are here, up and running, and having a good time on stream. I hope y'all are enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying talking about it. So, looks pretty straightforward from Iceplay. Same from Griever. Pretty standard. Nothing too weird or shady going on. We're getting the first scout from Griever rather. Looks like he's gonna see what the early production is. Extractor first for Iceplay. And not a whole lot going on Griever's end. Spawning pool goes down for Iceplay. So what Iceplay's trying to do here is time it to where his we get the pylon block from Griever. That's annoying. I can tell you as a Zerg player that's really annoying. So yes, I am a Zerg player, and I will tell you that the Zerg bias is real. So if there is any perceived bias to Zerg from me as your supposedly unbiased caster, there is bias. So Griever going with the very aggressive Nexus first, after seeing, and then a Forge right behind it. So after seeing the gas first, knowing that Iceplay's going to have enough gas to start speed as soon as his spawning pool finishes up, opts to go Nexus first. So bold play. Let's see if it pays off for Griever. The cannon behind it should help with holding off any slight ling pressure. With the Overlord here and the drone coming in, is seeing all this stuff here. So I don't know if he knows that there's not anything. Well, yeah, he does, because there's another drone over here. 2 gases going down now for Griever at his main base. With the pylon block, Iceplay takes his second base over here at what would be the third normally. Speed is started, in the first 6 Zerglings in production now for Iceplay. So with this commitment to early pressure, Iceplay is... Whoa, mouse. I'm having mouse problems today, I apologize. Iceplay is put himself a little bit behind economically. With speed about halfway done at this point. Griever's holding an 18 to 15 worker lead with the first gateway about to finish up now for our Protoss player. Cannon goes down right by the mineral line, so that should help deter any aggression, and also get this Overlord out of here. So Zergling's going to work on the pylon, going to take the pylon down as the speed upgrade for Zergling's about to finish up here. Wow, that's a lot of units. 14 Zerglings on the map now for Iceplay, with the Baneling Nest already finishing up. Speed about to finish up now, 4 seconds away. Rallying to the third. More Zerglings, 10 more Zerglings in production. So this is for all intents and purposes what would be a Zergling all-in, with speed now finished up. So nothing but Zerglings. He stopped at 14 drones. One of them's mining gas right now. Everything else on the field, and he's trying to bring him out of the way of any scouting. The scout path would typically be right here where you see this one going. And he's bringing his Zerglings all the way around. So, not concerning himself on whether there's a third base yet. He's going to come right into the natural. Going to run right on by and up into the main. So, no cannons, no defense up here in the main. Robo goes down, but we're going to see some loss of life from the Protoss workers here. 7, 8 workers, and GG is called by Griever, so this was an all-in that worked for Iceplay. So let's hope that that just shakes the rust off, and we can have a nice long second match here. Griever just wasn't ready for it. So we'll get Overgrowth set up. So Griever's saying he thought he walled off. There's a little cranny there on King Sejong Station, so we'll get Overgrowth loaded up here momentarily. Some of you see in here this extension mod called WCS Game Heart that I'm loading the game into, and I'll talk about that a little more when we get into the second match here. So I mentioned it, I think, in the first game of the first series, but for those of you who weren't here, I'll go over that again, so you kind of have an idea of what's going on, what the benefit is, and how that all works. So we'll get these two players loaded and set up for Game 2 here on Overgrowth, and get that started momentarily. Thank you all on the stream for joining me on a Saturday night. I know that Saturdays are family nights, maybe for some, especially in the older group that we have here. But I think that both players are ready, so we'll go ahead and get going. So again, thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the first match that we had, where we saw Bixel defeating Raceseer 2-1. Here we are loading into Game 2 of this match between Iceplay and Griever. Alright, so here we are on another, I think it's one of the best maps to ever come out of Heart of the Swarm here on Overgrowth, and I'm glad that Blizzard decided to keep this one in the map pool a season longer than they intended to. So, spawning here in the bottom left-hand corner of Overgrowth, up 1-0 in this series, is our purple Zerg player, Iceplay. And spawning in the upper right-hand portion of King's... no, we just played King Sejong Station, of Overgrowth. Down 1-0. But looking to maybe do something funny over here is our blue Protoss player, Griever. So while we keep an eye on what's going on over here, I'll talk briefly about the Game Heart mod that I was talking about before the match started. So Game Heart was created by, I believe the man's name is David Shooter, who's since been hired by Blizzard. He created this extension mod called Game Heart, and it basically provides for I think, a good viewing experience for broadcasting games like this one. As we see a gateway going down here, so it looks like we're going to get a proxy gateway play that I don't know that's going to be detected right away by Iceplay. Iceplay usually likes to send his second Overlord back over this way somewhere, so he might actually get away with this. He's going to send his drone up here and see absolutely nothing, though, and know that there's something up. So, Game Heart. You see the interface down at the bottom looks a little different than what you're used to seeing from your typical replay. The logos in the mineral lines, the 1-0 here. I think there's actually there we go. So you can put the logos. So if there's I bet he's going to go look for proxies, and he's going to see it right here. He's going to see the two early gateways. His spawning pool is just about to finish up, but we'll see if it's going to be in time. Chrono boosting out a Zealot. So Iceplay sees everything that's going on over here. Knew that there was something up when he didn't see anything when he scouted with his drone. So I'm a Zerg player who usually doesn't drone scout, and so I would have been in a tough spot with this here. So here comes the first zealot walking into the main. Some other features with Game Heart is you'll see you see like the Zerglings icons on the eggs, the queen here over the hatchery. You stopped your zealot. Come in here and take out some. There you go. Nope, and it's a little late for that. Here comes the second zealot, maybe to help. He's going to get a surround on this zealot. He's trying to micro it well. Spine finishes up and does a little bit of work. Second spine going to work here. Pylon down in the main. No more production coming down at this point. 2 zealots that are going to be repelled by these spine crawlers. And Griever continues to walk into them. So really not a whole lot of damage done there. He did force some more Zerglings than maybe he wanted to. Second queen under production now. Here come the Zerglings to run across the map. Cybercore coming up here. Are the Zerglings going to go for the base, or are they going to come clean this up? Nothing in production, so they'll be safe to come do work over on the proxy over here. Oh, he's going to walk away from it. He's going to run up here where there's absolutely nothing waiting behind. There's not going to be anything to repel these up at the base for Griever. There's no gateways up there. Floating a lot of minerals. Gets the cybercore done. And he GG's right away at 5 minutes. So a very quick 2-0 win for Iceplay in this best of 3.